Hi, I'm Chuck Fall, and I'm advancing a protest against the COVID mRNA technology and the MMR childhood vaccine, as both are not safe and effective, and in fact, both pose a risk to health and well-being. We protest on Friday, October the 18th at noon at the Capitol in Salem, Oregon. A chief purpose of this protest is to rally the medical freedom community in Oregon to come together in protest and demand COVID and MMR shots be stopped, and that we use the rally as a meetup to build an Oregon Medical Freedom Coalition to carry the struggle into the future. There are many things we could protest, but the COVID and the MMR shots highlight the problem of being told something that is not true. Our protest is not just about protecting kids, it's about pushing back against the abuse of authority. Saying COVID and MMR shots are safe and effective is categorically untrue. It's a lie to claim safe and effective. It is unconscionable that children are scheduled for COVID mRNA technology. Safety refers to a risk profile, and evidence is clear beyond a doubt the COVID shots are not safe. Same with MMR. The Oregon Health Authority has been informed that by not stopping the COVID mRNA shots and the MMR triple dose vaccine, that they are allowing something that goes against the public interest, that is not safe, and that they will be held accountable for not stopping the COVID mRNA tech. Read the open letter to the Oregon Health Authority. We have alerted the Oregon Attorney General about our grievance, but have not heard back. Ultimately, we will seek assistance from the county district attorney in our state to advance criminal prosecution. Meanwhile, Friday noon on October 18th, the Oregon Medical Freedom Coalition will rally against the COVID mRNA technology and the bald-faced lying the authorities are doing when they continue to say the COVID vaccines are safe and effective. Oregon needs a medical freedom coalition to advance healthy, wholesome medical practices that approach each individual holistically and integrates allopathic with other modalities of treatment. Practices informed consent and respects the rights of doctors to use off-the-shelf medications for other purposes as fundamental to a doctor's practice, among other goals. I share an interesting link from the Brownstone Institute writer Debbie Lerman, who provides a framework for how to think about medical freedom. In the end, a protest against the COVID shots is a protest against the big pharma regulatory capture of our medical system, and it is a protest against the federal health agencies that were directed by the Department of Defense to get the COVID countermeasure into people's arms. And it is a protest against the power elite that directed the Department of Defense to produce the COVID vaccines at warp speed. In my opinion, our country is under assault by a medical, industrial, military complex that needs to be resisted. Fighting the COVID shot, getting it stopped, will be a milestone in our struggle for medical freedom against tyranny and the emerging techno-totalitarianism. The COVID mandates and the lockdowns and the atrocious denial of early treatment protocols for COVID infections and the use of remdesivir and ventilators for COVID patients in hospital demonstrated that a form of totalitarianism has been practiced in society. The COVID event revealed what the plutocratic power elite are up to. We need to resist. Protesting COVID shots is a simple protest, but it will set an Oregon Medical Freedom Coalition into motion for future events in the 2025 legislative season. After the protest around 1 p.m. in Salem, we will hold a meeting to discuss our next steps in a quest for accountability for the false claims of safe and effective. I provide a link to the rally poster. We meet on the north side of the Capitol building in Salem at noon, Friday, October 18th. We will protest and march to the Oregon Health Authority building, then meet to plan the next steps. I encourage all to attend that can make it at noon hour on Friday and support this very important cause. I wish you all well. I'm Chuck Fall. I'm an active with a chief proponent of a Green Liberty Caucus that endeavors to work within the Green Party and outside the Green Party to demand accountability, transparency, and protection for whistleblowers and build a coalition. Thank you for your attention. Chuck out. And let me end this. And